Okay, so I'm done my round two. So the first climax was to my ex Sherry, and this one was to my stepdaughter. Um, so I didn't have as many epiphanies as I did last time, other than I think the videos I was watching, it's like they're mom videos because I'm trying to work with the grandmother and the mother of all creation who's bad and lives in that computer in the brain. So um so she was saying that she likes me and she likes her other son. So there's like two sons that she likes, which is metaphorical for she likes me, but she also likes the bad guy, the physical guy that got rid of me. So that's a clue that I didn't have, but it was something that I was trying to work towards, trying to figure out, because I wasn't really sure if she was just playing around or what. But you need to know that when I'm doing the spiritual warfare, the spirits that I work with, including the evil grandmother and evil mother, it's the first time that they actually get to have sexual relations, or when they have a dream, to experience a climax. So that experience only comes around every 20,000 years, because after I perish here, or the evil aliens get rid of me, or mankind gets rid of me, then we rewind time, and then we do this all over again with the not expectation, but the difference being this time, if something happens to me, everything gets rewound back to time, or to the beginning of time. So it was my belief that I'm with that knowledge, I'm trying to, seduce the spirit into, liking me more than the other guy, so that they can keep me around long enough to keep experiencing, sexual relations. So you need to know that when I take the crystal meth, my thoughts, my words, they become a dream for the spirit, and then the climax is what creates the dream. So they basically have one long dream after they've done the climax, and it's the only time they get to have sex. So I'm not doing the meth every day. It's just sporadically, right? So I've only done it about 3 times since December. So like I said, I got a little bit of confirmation today that she does like me, because I'm not 100% certain if the other guy, the evil primordial son, can do what I can do, because I have all 9 of those elements inside of me, which, it kind of gives me a one up, like electricity, because if he only has 2 elements, like air and water, well then, he's missing the other 2 to, help him create a better sexual experience for the spirits. But because I have the mother inside of me, and the grandmother, who are good, it gives me a little bit extra boost, I guess, or initiative to create a better dream for these evil spirits. So that's kind of an epiphany, but not really. So the only other thing I noticed was this. So I got bologna from the food bank, and it says P or cross. This can be either Hicks. Hicks is a character from Alien, meaning cross alien. Okay, so it means when the aliens come here, that T is short for a small t, which is a representation of a cross, which means religion. And this HICKS means Hicks, which is from Alien 2, I believe. there's a character named Hicks, which means aliens, when they come here, are bad through the association of aliens versus predator, which means when these aliens come here, they're predators, literal predators, man. So that's what that means. And then this L-I, well, that just means lie. Like when they come here, they're going to lie to you and say that they're the good guys. And then this I-C-E-D is like iced. Okay, so like to ice somebody means to get rid of them. And then this Bolo, he's a character on Bloodsport, a Chinese guy who fights Jean-Claude Van Damme and loses the tournament. Bolo, what can I get out of this one? That spirit, the G stands for Spirit G's, which is my ex's Sherry's ball team name, Spirit G's. So the G stands for spirit. And then this NA stands for not available. So if you remember the toothpicks, I said I didn't have an answer for that. So this epiphany here kind of, well, just reading that kind of gives me a little bit of epiphany, meaning Bloodsport. That's the name of that show, Bloodsport. So because he's a male, it's a representation of a spirit. Now, so it's a representation of them, like I said before, creating like these guys that took over creation. They kind of spiraled down the ladder. You know, they went from being 23 down to 13 years old. Some of them were even 12 years old or younger. That's the humans that are controlled. But the humans living in the top universe created this universe that we live in, is an android universe, and filled it with pedophiles. So this universe is full of androids who are pedophiles, who, when they climax, as humans with a Neuralink in the brain, are connected to dopamine, who are spirits. So what they've done is they've basically hacked my body up and put it in the brain universe so that my spirit becomes part of the dopamine. And then, you know, he becomes infected with the orgasms of the pedophile androids in this universe, plus those dummies living up in Neverland. So now you got to compound that with my investigation for the past 7 years and the, 200 or 300 days of work that I did, and the sinning that's attached to that, to try to figure out all these clues of what's in control, who's in control, and why are they in control? Compounding a little bit more negativity on his spirit, which means they basically created a very elaborate plan to, get me to harm my own spirit by smoking crystal meth and, waging spiritual warfare. Well, entering into the darker side, the dark side, I would say. So, in doing that, I theorize that that's my spirit that's asleep and his spirit is there. More than likely because, when I do these damn purifications, these purification ceremonies, it's basically fixing the other guy because he's not a sinner, right? So, in over 200,000 years of me, committing the sin and then purifying myself, I think that's where they've come up with their plan. Like, well, you know what? He's going to be stuck in a never-ending cycle. The first life he gets through, he might be able to purify himself a little bit, his spirit, but he'll have to rewind time, and that spirit will still be carrying that sin over. And then when he gets born again and does the vision quest again, and we come over there and stop him from doing his running and exercising, well then phone's gonna die. I'll go back, charge up. So basically they come over here every life and they stop me from doing my exercises and running. So we're back again at the same crossroads, I would say. So if you remember the shoe, I said I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the shoe, but I said I was going to run because I need to purify myself of sin. So that the lady trying to say that she likes me more than the son is probably a trick to get me to use more of that stuff so that I cannot begin my purification ceremony. I was looking for a cutoff somewhere along the line and saying, okay, that's it. This is where I need to cut this stuff off and start running again, exercising. But I don't know, like a blessing in disguise, it always falls into my lap. So I'm going to go with the running and try to, do my exercises daily and move on from that stuff. Because this one here says that cross, Hicks, or aliens versus predators, meaning cross, pedophiles. So when they come here, they're predators because they're, what is a predator if not a pedophile? So cross, Hicks, lie. So they're liars. And they iced Bolo, or they iced an Asian actor in the movie Bloodsport. And because Asia has what's called dynasties, they basically killed my spirit by getting people to act nasty, like die nasty. So he died because people are acting nasty in this universe, harming the dopamine. So that's Bolo. And then the spirit, that's the GC spirit, and then the NA means not available. So my spirit's not available. So I have my answer. I'm going to run, and if it takes me a year to do the running, then it takes a year. So I'm not worried about the book no more, is what I'm saying. I'm no rush to launch the book. I had all this fear before about a black hole. I still have that fear, like it's on the back burner because I really don't know. I've been told that the black hole could appear in May. So this could all be an elaborate hoax to get me not to write the book in the event that Mother is who she says she is, and is normal, and can theoretically create a black hole. So what I just said is a lie. So I'm going to roll the dice, and I'm going to try to get that book launched and then try to get it to her. So in the event that if she's not carrying child yet, then she can't create a black hole. So that story, there, and the aliens trying to come over here is, I think, a fear tactic to get me not to release the book. So that's today's epiphany, yes.